Welcome to English 102 Composition 2. This is the second course we offer for our Gen Ed writing sequence. And I'm going to walk you through where to find things in the course and a basic introduction to the course with this navigational video. Please note that I'm using a sample course. Your instructor and the dates in the course may look slightly different, but the information will be located in the same place and the course itself will be the same. So when you begin in the course, you will see that you start on the Start Here page, which will provide you with a course overview. You will also see next steps to walk you through what you need to complete in the course. The navigational video you're watching right now is the first step in the process, so congratulations if you're doing that. The second thing that you'll do each semester is complete the enrollment verification activity. This is required by Gardner-Webb University for every course we offer online, so please be sure to do that. And you'll note after that links to instructor information, which will introduce you to your instructor for the course and how to contact that person, and syllabus and course information, which will tell you about the class, course materials in the class, policies for the class, and grading policies in addition to major assignments in the class. And orientation modules for Blackboard and support services for the university. Those include Blackboard and other technical support and academic support services. In particular, in this class, I would encourage you to take full advantage of the library services and the writing center, both of which will be critical to the work we do in this class in Composition 2. I'm going to return to the Start Here. You'll also notice at the bottom of this first page, I've provided a link for you to week 1 of the course. Let me move back up to the top and go over to the left-hand menu to walk you through this. You're going to notice in this class that there are links to the same information in more than one place. That's to try and make things easier for you. So we're on the Start Here page now, but if we click on syllabus and course information, you're going to see you've already seen this page. That's because we linked to that page on the landing page. You'll also see a link to student learning outcomes there. So this is all the basic information about the course. Let's just dig into that a little bit. So in this course, we don't have a textbook, but you may find that your instructor uses some open OER resources. Those are open access sources, in other words, free books. You're also going to see a list of different technology tools that will be used in the class. So Blackboard, Google Drive, Google Suite, Kaltura, which is a video tool inside of Blackboard, Turnitin. These tools that you see here are actually going to be a part of Blackboard. So most of the time you may not even realize they're being used in the course because they've been integrated in the course. Also YouTube for viewing videos, instructional videos, and Zoom, which I'm currently using to record this presentation. And you will likely decide that you want to use Zoom as well because it's free and user-friendly for your presentation in the course. So please look over technology requirements for the course. You'll see other syllabus information, for example, course policies, our attendance policy, the University Honor Code, the final exam policy, academic support, class conduct, and netiquette. So you will be expected to read through those as part of the week 1 orientation materials. We also have grading policies that outline the final grade calculation in the class by percentage, the grading scale for the English department, late work policies, academic honesty policies, guidelines about how you receive feedback, and how to view that feedback in a Blackboard assignment, in addition to how to view it and Turnitin. So you will see that information under grading policies in the course. At any time, if you want to just go back one step, you can use these breadcrumbs at the top of the page to navigate back one step. In this class, let me also show you learning outcomes. Our learning outcomes for the class are that you will employ effective writing strategies for a variety of rhetorical situations, purposes, and audiences. That means you're going to learn how to write different ways for different audiences. You will compose a critical written analysis of a text. So you're going to look at a text and be able to take it apart into its pieces and look at those carefully and then put them back together to say whether or not it's an effective text and how that works. You will compose a well-developed argument, and you will understand, in preparation for that, you will demonstrate effective research skills. So you're not going to just make the argument based on your opinion alone. You will actually do research to support that. As part of that process and the other assignments in the class, you will show that you can use writing as a collaborative process. So there'll be peer review in this class. You'll get feedback from the instructor and from your peers. You'll be working together. We'll be using different electronic environments and tools. You're going to take that research you do from primary and secondary sources, and you're going to synthesize it with your own ideas. That means processing that information and using it to support your argument. And you will demonstrate proficiency using MLA documentation rules. So learning how to cite things correctly and format things according to MLA documentation style. This class is also a writing intensive course. And so naturally it fits well with that because those guidelines are that you apply a guided writing process. When you look at this schedule for this term, you will see that the process is built in with lots of drafts and check-in points. So that's to ensure you are in fact in a writing process, and it's guided because I've scaffolded that and I'll be helping you through that. Your instructor will. And that you will write effectively for context and purpose, including the use of appropriate grammar and mechanics. So we will be working through that in this course as well. Other areas of the class include, let me go back up. The activities in the class, what are we doing? Well, we're going to have major assignments. The first major assignment is a research portfolio or an inquiry portfolio. So instead of having a report, you're going to have a portfolio of documents related to research in the class. The second, on a topic of your choice. The second major assignment is a rhetorical analysis. So you will choose a TED Talk, and you will analyze the TED Talk to understand how is argument working in this TED Talk. So once you've done research on your own topic and you've understood the TED Talk and how the argument worked there, you will take that research from assignment 1 and build your own written argument. So you'll learn how to compose a formal written argument and how to cite that using MLA documentation style. And finally, you're going to take that written argument and reimagine it to a different audience in a different modality or a different way. So this will be visual. Instead of being words in paragraphs, it will be a video and it will be a presentation. So you'll have a visual and it will be you doing the presentation. So those will be your 4 major assignments in the class. We have participation in the course, which could vary. There may be reading quizzes, there'll be online discussion, there may be what I would call low stakes activities where you have drafts due or peer review due, and then you do have a final exam in the class, which is reflective in nature, thinking about what you've learned in the course. You will see under assignment Dropbox, all of these major assignments are listed. There are folders for each of these, so at any point you can pop in there and look at them. And when you click on that major assignment, you will see a link to the assignment itself where you can go read those guidelines. You will also see support resources underneath to help you complete that assignment. So we may have videos, we may have links to things to help, and you may have at times student samples of the genre that you're being asked to create. So that all falls under assignment Dropbox. You will also find there will always be a link in those folders to submit the assignment and the link will be copied in your weekly folder as well. Under course communication, you'll see there are announcements that will appear throughout the semester. You will see a link to send an email to your instructor or other peers in the class, and you will see a link to the discussion board. In this course, there is a discussion forum called Bat Signals. So this is a fun way to say, hey, this is a help forum. If you are having trouble, there's a link that's not working in the course, or you have questions about an assignment, or something that wouldn't go privately to the instructor, but maybe a question you would ask for the benefit of the whole group, you can post that in this forum. And you should subscribe to the forum. So do you see it says unsubscribe here? That means I have subscribed. If I click unsubscribed, now I'm not a part of it. Look, it gives me the button that says subscribe. So as soon as you find Bat Signals, I would like for you to click on subscribe. That will mean anytime someone posts a question in that forum, you'll get an email notification. Why would you do that? Well, if someone posts a question and you want to know the answer to it, you will know when the instructor answers because you'll get an email notification so you can pop back in and see what the answer might be. You will also notice the forum will be used for discussions. Depending on the prompts that your instructor includes, those will be included there, discussions for the course. And then your instructor may have a term schedule here linked so that you can see the course schedule for the semester. If you're someone who likes to look ahead and plan ahead for what will be happening in the course, you can see that and that link. Probably the place you're going to visit most will be under learning content. Currently, you see week 1 is in view. As the term continues, that week, those weeks will grow. They'll go from week 1 to week 2 to week 3 to week 4, etc. So what you will typically see in a weekly folder, this is where you're going to go every week. These will appear the week before. You will see a chart at the top, and this chart is to keep you on track. It mirrors the term schedule, but lays it out in a different format. So we'll see the day. So for example, on this schedule on Thursday, because this term is starting on a Wednesday, please note that these days may vary depending on when your semester begins. But you'll see the day and you'll see the activities that we're completing on that day. And you'll see what materials you have, where you should check to complete those. There will be a link to the course learning outcome. That's the big picture outcome you should have accomplished in the course. And then it's narrowed down to the weekly learning outcome. So how is that larger outcome being more specifically addressed in that week's content? So you can see how these activities align with the goals of the class. And then you see that repeated again on another day of the week with different activities. So that will be at the top to help you keep track. And then you'll see folders underneath, learning folders. So this folder, for example, is our first week's folder for orientation activities. And when I open that folder, I will see all the activities to get set up in the class and oriented are in there. And some of these you may have already done from the Start Here page, such as the enrollment verification activity, but this is a good example of how things may be copied more than once just to make sure you don't miss them. So you would work your way through that folder, and then you can make your way back up to week 1 after you've completed Thursday's activities and scroll down and complete Sunday's activities. Notice there's a link here to go to week 2, which is great. If it's early in the week and you don't see week 2 over in the navigation menu, that link is not going to open anything yet. Week 2 will open as we get closer to week 2 in the course. To make things easier for you, you will also see a link to Bat Signals under Learner Support, and that takes you to the same discussion board place, but that way, just in case if you need help, there's also a link where you'll be able to check your attendance and your grades in the course. Finally, please notice there's a link for tech support and Blackboard help. There is also a link to a Christian community page to let you know how you can get involved in the Christian community here on campus. In addition, above that, There is a link to support services. Notice again, these are repeated on the Start Here page. So if you happen to forget they were there, you can go to support services. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to post in the Help or Bat Signals forum, or to email your instructor, whose information is located under the Ask My Instructor section of your course.